Hello everyone. Today we are going to study another important and interesting topic in below motivation itself, and this is going to be the last topic in the subtopic called motivation. Now, in the last class we had learned Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and I made the video pretty interesting, adding Maslow's picks as well as how much of innovative I could make it for you to understand. I have made it. So hope you liked the previous video which I had done for you. So this session we would be studying the financial incentives and non-financial incentives of Maslow, as well as in the topic called motivation. Now, coming down to your topic that you're going to be studying today or understanding, we have completed the meaning of motivation and definition of motivation. The features of motivation is completed. Then importance of motivation is also completed, and importance of motivation is also called as benefits of motivation. So you need to understand that both the topics remain the same. So probably I'll put a link for you here that both the topics are the same. And the next one is Maslow's hierarchical theory, which I already completed. That's the triangular diagram which I said would come for a 5 marker. And the last topic that we would complete today under the topic called motivation is financial and non-financial incentives. This topic is a very interesting topic, and it is very important topic in terms of your exam. It stands as a marker. So let's move on into the topic so that it will be easy for you to understand. Now, there is a terminology that we need to understand before we directly dive into the topic, that is incentive. Now, what is this terminology called incentive? All of you would bounce up telling me, ma'am, incentive means bonus. Yes, it also means bonus. Bonus refers to the financial incentives and the non-financial incentives. Along with your bonus, you have your salary, you have your employee recognition, you have satisfying the employee. So all these are terms which comes under the topic called incentives. So we need to understand what's the meaning of this terminology called incentives. So incentives is generally provided to employees so that we can motivate employees or motivate people so that their performance would be improved. So basically, if you are really doing a good job at work, you need to be provided with good amount of incentive along with your salary. If you are not provided proper incentive along with your salary, then the employee would not be satisfied to work for the organization. So this terminological incentive is divided into financial incentive as well as non-financial incentive. So if you actually see this picture under financial incentive, it's called as monetary benefit. Monetary means refers to money, a reward which refers to money or bonus or profit sharing. Whatever you're providing to the employee, it is directly in terms of money what you're providing to the employee. So that's called financial incentive. And non-financial incentives is not related to money, but it is satisfying the want of the employee. Example, let's say you're providing him with a travel bag, you're providing him with a laptop case, you're giving him certificates, you're giving him awards. So what are you doing? It's non-monetary, that's not related to money, where you're still motivating the employee to do well in the organization. So if you look at the picture here, it's easy for you to understand it's not related to money, but it is items or products that wherein you're giving the employee to motivate him to do a good job. So incentive again is into financial incentive and non-financial incentive. So I made a chart for you so that you would learn this particular chart, that is financial incentive and non-financial incentive. So you will study this for an 8 marker. Please ensure that this is a very important topic and you are able to study this topic here, okay, without any difficulties. Now, what is this under financial incentive? If you actually see, you have pay and allowance, then you have productivity linked wage incentive. Pay and allowance refers to your salary. Just remember, anything under financial incentives refers to money. Then bonus also again is a top up of your salary money based on your performance. It can be 6 monthly performance or yearly performance. Profit sharing is nothing but the organization, the yearly profit what the organization earns, a percentage of the profit is shared to the employee. So that's what is profit sharing. Co-partnership and stock options, again I will teach you about that. You already know, I have taught you stocks refers to shares and I have already given you examples, but still we would look into it. Now retirement benefit is nothing but when the employee is leaving the organization, what kind of benefits, what kind of money is he getting? He gets gratuity, he gets his pension, he gets PF, all this is monetary benefit, that's nothing but money. Then perquisites is nothing but again refers to money, that is extra terms of money, where probably for his birthday you would be giving him a 500 rupees, not a voucher really. Again, whatever you're providing him, it would be based on your money, which here it is for, let's say he is doing really good, for that purpose you're giving him these perquisites, that's extra incentives or money. Now, non-financial incentives is divided into status, organizational climate, that's the working condition in the organization. The employee is just happy to come and work for the particular company which he is serving, because he feels that if he jumps into another organization, he would not feel so comfortable. So that's what is called as organizational climate. Then career advancement opportunities, nothing but certain organizations have tie-up with other educational institutions, where these organizations would enhance the growth of the employee, where the employee can even work as well as he can complete his masters or whatever studies he wants to still further on do. So that's the benefit. So the next one is job enrichment, nothing but where he wants to improve his skill and knowledge and getting cross-trained in different probably other departments and other processes. Then last one is employees recognition program, that's nothing but you're recognizing the employee for his hard work, either through you're giving him awards, quarterly awards, half yearly awards, yearly awards. So this is what incentives is divided into: financial, which is related to monetary benefit money; non-financial, which is referred to that's not related to money, where you're still satisfying the needs of the employee. Now let's look into what is financial incentive, where I have already taught you financial incentive refers to money, okay, and this money you're directly giving it to the employee, and where he is satisfying, you're satisfying his physical need. So what is the meaning of financial incentive? It is existing economic system where money has become a means to satisfy the physical needs of daily life. That's nothing but, come back to your Maslow's hierarchy of basic needs, where in the first level, psychological needs, every human being has to fulfill his psychological need of food, shelter and clothing. So that is what they are saying, the money that is required. So salary is something that you're receiving every single month. So imagine one single month you don't receive your monthly salary. Imagine a scenario like that. Is it easy? Is that month going to be very easy for you? No. So that is what they are saying. The money what you're providing the employee, let it be bonus or whatever it is, the employee has planned a lot of things in his life, okay, and that is satisfying his physical need and his daily needs. So it's very important for him to lead a social cultural life, okay, where money is something that has a lot of purchasing power, and people who has a lot of money is given due importance. So that is why the employee here, if you see, he looks at bonus and he feels happy, nothing but he looks at money and he feels very happy and content. Why? Because his basic needs are getting. Now under money, I told you the first one is pay and allowance. Pay and allowance, I have inserted a lot of pics for you so that it's easy for you to understand the topic. So whenever I'm going to teach you, you will look at the pictures first, so that with the pictures you will be able to understand and study. Now pay and allowance refers to your salary which you receive every single month. Now your salary may probably be 30,000. But if you break your salary is divided into basic pay. Now what is this basic pay? That is, in a day how much are you working for. Like let's say 30,000 is your monthly salary, but every day you are getting 800 rupees or 1200 rupees. So 1200 into let's say 30 days, so whatever is it, 28,000 or whatever is the amount of money, that is your salary. So that is what is called basic pay. In a day how much are you getting paid? The daily pay only is multiplied and it is given to you as salary in a month. So your DA, durance allowance, is another amount which they add towards your basic pay. Okay, probably for all the hard work that you're putting, they would probably add your 200 rupees or 300 rupees as your DA, and other allowance can also be your travel allowance. All these things can be added. This is a sum up of your salary. So these are the important words which you'll be learning for salary: basic pay, DA, and your other allowances. Now, salary system consists of regular increment. I told you, if you do really good in the organization, depending on how good you are doing, you would earn, you will get increment in the organization. Increment is nothing but if your salary is 30,000, they'd increase it to 35,000 because you're doing really good. And this is done from once in 6 months, once in a year, depending on your performance. So you will get a proper increment. Increment is nothing but increase in your salary. So the second one is productivity linked wage system. What is this productivity linked wage system? Please understand, this is not for employees. We are talking this for the daily wage workers. Like example, all these people who help in the site work or in the construction work, for those kind of people, they cannot be paid salary because they are not called as white collared workers. So those people are not the ones who are going to wear a proper shirt or a pant and come and help in doing a computer job. So for those kind of people, you pay them wages. So these wages are going to be every single day, but probably they would be paid once in 2 weeks or once in a week. So this is the components of wage system. If you see, basic wage probably will be less than 1200, probably it will be 500 rupees or let's say 400 rupees. Then durance allowance probably another 100 rupees. Overtime allowance if they're working more than let's say 6 hours or 7 hours. Then fringe benefits are like extra benefits that they are provided. Probably for a meal they are provided like 100 rupees or lunch or 200 rupees. So this wage system, it's similar to your salary, but then this is for workers and that is for employees. That's the difference that you need to understand. Okay, now the third one is bonus. I told you, if you do really good in the organization, every 6 months or once in a year, your performance is rated. Do you know, I have already taught you in the first chapter where the standard performance is measured to the actual performance. What is the meaning of standard performance? Again, I'll repeat. Standard performance is nothing but the target that is set by the organization or the goals that is set by the organization. What is the actual performance? Actual performance is how much the employee is able to achieve. Examples, in a single day you are supposed to complete 100 emails. So that's the standard performance that's given to you or instructed to you. But the actual performance is Monday you are able to do 100 emails, Tuesday you're able to do 60, Wednesday you're able to do 70. So what is it? The actual performance is differing from the standard performance. So that's the deviation. So when this actual performance and standard performance is compared, the employee's performance will be calculated and depending on that they will receive bonus. This again, bonus is again going to be either yearly or it's going to be once in 6 months depending on the organizational rules and regulations. The fourth one is profit sharing. I'm sure so far it is simple to you the way I'm understanding, way I'm explaining. And I'm sure if you have any doubts, you're going to let me know either through your comments or you'll probably text me and let me know as well. Now, going back to the fourth point, profit sharing. What is this meaning of profit sharing? Terminology itself is telling you profit is being shared to whom? To the employees. Now, look at the picture here. You have a letter where it says profit sharing plan. Now, what is this? Every year the organization is earning a good amount of profit. Now let's say this year the organization has earned, let's say 1 crore. In this 1 crore of profit what they've earned, they feel that the employees have done a lot of hard work. So for the hard work which is put in by the employees, a 10% of the profit is shared with the employees. Okay, again I would repeat, the organization is earning very good amount of profit, and this year they have earned 1 crore of profit. So in that 1 crore, the organization has decided that 10% of the profit they would share it with the employees. So they will let the employees know, and they'll ask the employees to this is a form that the employees are asked to fill, depending again on the organization, whatever forms they have. Employees are asked to fill the forms, and probably when the employee is leaving the organization, depending on how old the employee, how many years the employee has worked in the organization, the profit sharing ratio would increase. Okay, so that is the meaning of profit sharing. You just have to remember, a portion of the profit is shared with the employees because the organization has earned good amount of profit and they want to share that profit with the employees. Now the fifth one is co-partnership and stock option. Now all of you know, I have already taught you, stock option refers to shares. Okay, now there's an example that I want to tell you. I have already taught you this, but still let me recap it for you. Now IBM, when it completed 100 years of its service in the entire country or in the entire universe, what did it do for its employees? This particular organizations went ahead and certain shares, let's say preference shares, it sold the preference shares to the employees less than the market price. That is, let's say per share the market price is, that means the selling price in the market, that's a stock market, per share is let's say 100 rupees. But only for IBM employees, this share will be sold at 10 rupees. Why? Because 90% discount is given only for IBM employees. Why? Because the company has completed 100 years successfully without any losses, without any problems. So what is happening here? Stock option means a portion of the shares are shared with the employee either freely. Okay, so there was a clause where, clause means there were rules and regulations where the IBM had laid to the employees, telling that only when the employees complete 5 successful years working in the organization, the shares would get matured. So if you are a new employee who's joined into IBM and that year they are celebrating their century, so you would get like let's say 50 shares. When you complete 5 years in the organization, that's where the shares would get matured. Okay, so if you're going to leave the organization within 1 or 2 years, then you are not qualified to get that share amount. That is the meaning of this co-partnership and stock option. So what is this? Under these incentive schemes, employees are offered company shares at a set price. Set price means which is a price lower than the market price. If the market price is 100 rupees, the organization would sell the shares at 10 rupees. Why? Because you're the employees of the organization. Look at the diagram here. It says employee stock options plan. Okay, so the next one is retirement benefit. Now what is the meaning of retirement benefit? Again, come back to your diagram here or the picture here. When you are going to retire, what are the things that you have been provided with? Okay, you have been provided with your gratuity. Gratuity is nothing but word is derived from the English word called gratitude. Okay, so the company is very much in gratitude and thankful to you, telling that you served the organization for so many years. So it gives you some amount, probably 1 lakh, probably 35,000, probably 2 lakhs, depending on how many years you served the organization. And pension is nothing but, as per the government, any person who's worked in an organization for 10 years in a stretch, okay, you are qualified to get this pension. It's provided by the company as well as the government. Then what is happening? You have certain financial security where the company will give you probably your medical benefits. Okay, if you have left from, let's say, HAL or BEML organization, that's a public sector again. If you are retiring from these organization, even if you are a retired person, until your death, you are getting medical benefits. So even if you undergo a surgery or even if you fall sick, you have free medical benefits that's been provided by the organization. Why? Because you are an employee who served truthfully to the organization. So what is this? All these are retirement benefits provided in terms of money by the organization. So that's where it says the retirement benefits, all your expenses, your savings, your insurances, your medicals, all these are provided by the organization. So I'm sure it is easy for you. It is not boring. Okay, now the last one is perquisites. What is the meaning of perquisite? Perquisite means fringe benefit. Now, what is the meaning of this word called fringe benefit? Fringe benefit means extra benefits that's been given by the organization. That means what? When you are going to retire, the organization would say, we would take care of your children's education, we would take care of your medical. This is the house which you've been, let's say you've been staying from so many years. You please continue to stay in this particular house itself. Reason, because this has been given to you by the organization in terms of gratitude. Okay, so all these are extra benefits apart from medical, insurance, savings and expenses. All these are extra benefits that's been given to by the organization. Okay, I'm sure that financial incentives was very easy for you. Okay, with all the small stories which I could incorporate and let you know. Now coming down to the non-financial incentives, I have already told you non-financial incentives refers to non-monetary benefits. That is nothing related to money, where you can satisfy an employee out of not giving him money, where things are equivalent to money, but not that you're taking the money out of your pocket and not giving it to the employee. That's what is called as non-financial incentives. So what is it? Certain things cannot be satisfied by money alone. What is those things? Psychological. Again, come back to your Maslow, Abraham Maslow. What is psychological? Food, shelter, clothing. Social. What is it? Love, care, emotions. All these are things which play a very important role in the employees, let's say in the human being's life. So what is happening? All this is what the organizations have understood, and they thought apart from money also we can satisfy the employees. So look at the pictures again here. See, money is equivalent to an award that you can give the person. Person is very happy. Money is equivalent to a certificate, employee of the month certificate that you can give to the employee. He would treasure it until he die. Then apart from your money, you can give him even gifts. There are certain organizations which gives vouchers, laptop bags. Then let's say there are a lot of other benefits that's been given by the organization, where the employee is feeling proud to work for the organization. So that's how all the MNC organizations work. Now coming down to what are the non-financial incentives. The first one is status. Definitely, I'll tell you a story. I've already told you the story, but still I will repeat it for you. I've told you, right? There is, when your sister or brother finishes their degree and they start working for an organization. Let's say they start working for like Goldman Sachs or Ernst & Young or Accenture. What is the state of your family and surrounding? First year, your sister or brother is earning money, saving it up, buying a bike, or let's say investing it into a car, or after 2 years you'll end up buying a house. So how are the society looking at your family? The way they look at the family is very different. Okay, so what happens to your neighbors? They start telling, oh yeah, you know what, that girl works in this organization, that boy works, oh really good, that organization is amazing. So what is happening? Your status increases in the organization as well as out of the organization also. So these are things which money cannot give a person. Correct? So what is it? Status means ranking of positions, okay, in the organization. Okay, the authority and responsibility, rewards and recognition, perquisites and prestige of the job, indicates the status given to a person holding a managerial position. That means what? As long as the person is receiving a lot of rewards and recognitions and all, person's status is improved even in the organization and outside the organization also. So he is really happy to work for the organization. The second one is organizational climate. I have also told you this, but again I would reteach it to you, and it's something that you really like. So what is this organizational climate? There are certain employees I have actually seen in certain organizations where even if the employee is not getting promoted, okay, he would continue to work in the same level for more than 5 years or more than 10 years. He is so accustomed to the organization's rules and regulations and the way the work goes on that he doesn't want to change, or he doesn't ask for change. Why? He's so comfortable with the organizational climate. Okay, so what is happening here? If you actually see, if you are moving up the ladder from one level to another level, organizational climate is good, then it's easy for you to stay in that organization. But if you are going to be stagnant and stay at the same position without getting promoted, and you are so accustomed to the comforting organizational climate, then it is not a very good thing. Then you have to please move into another organization where growth is there for you. Okay, so if you look at the diagram again, I've told you, like, see, life's process, then climate is very comfortable for the tree to grow. So the employee is very comfortable even if he is not growing in the organization. So the next one is career advancement opportunities. What is this career advancement opportunities? Any employee working in the organization would definitely see for growth in the organization into a higher level. Okay, so when he is getting advanced into a higher level, what are the three things that he needs? He needs skill, he needs knowledge, and he needs to be capable to take up responsibility or shoulder responsibility. If he is not able to shoulder these three things, he cannot advance himself into his higher position. Okay, so where all these things come through non-monetary benefits. Why? Because the employee is feeling successful. He feels that he is growing within the organization. So even if the employee is not promoted, somewhere he feels that he is going to get promoted because of the skill, knowledge that he is carrying out. The fourth one is job enrichment. What is the meaning of job enrichment? Any level you are at, you need to possess three things: skill, knowledge, and you need to shoulder responsibilities. Now, if your team leader walks up to you and tells you, let's say you are a subject matter expert, your team leader walks up to you and tells you it's high time that you start doing this job and you take care of the team, because in 1 month's time you are going to be promoted. So you need to be an acting team leader. So what happens to you? You feel positive, you feel happy, and you feel that yes, I am going to become a team leader. So you will ensure that you are going to take on more responsibility, and you will ensure that the things that you don't know how to do, that's the jobs that you don't know how to do, that's a team leader's job, you would start learning those kind of activities. You will gain more knowledge, you will gain more skill, and you will gain more experience. So that is the meaning of job enrichment. Now this job enrichment is similar to the previous point, but don't get confused. It's nothing but you're getting enriched in your job to ensure that you would move up the ladder. Now the fifth point is employees recognition program. Now the words itself tells you what is employee. Is employee refers to you who's working in the organization. Recognition program is nothing but the management is recognizing the job that you are doing. That is they are awarding you for the work that you are doing. How? Either they give you vouchers of 500 rupees or 1000 rupees. Example, there are certain organizations, when it is the employee's birthday, they give shopper stop vouchers of, like, let's say 500 rupees or 1000 rupees, so that the employee can go and shop for themselves. Or there's another thing that the managers do. They have probably 2000 points or 3000 points. Every organization has their own shopping portal. So what they do, like example, your Flipkart and your Amazon portals are there. Like that, every organization has their own portals. So what happens here? All the employees have the user ID and password, and the manager has, every manager has, let's say 2000 to 3000 points. Now this points has value in terms of money. So this portal has everything from kitchen items to your dresses to your electronic gadgets to everything that you can purchase under the sky. So what happens is, every time you do well in terms of appreciation, your manager wants to appreciate you. This time he is giving you an award. Last time he gave you a certificate. The time before that he had given you vouchers. So this time your manager has decided, okay, let me go ahead and give points to this particular employee because this employee is continuously proving himself or herself. So this time again your manager is giving you 100 points. Now with these points, what you can do, you can purchase whatever you want. So all these are methods or ways where the employee is getting recognized by the organization. Yes. So what is this employees recognition? Most people have a need for evaluation of their work during recognition. They feel that what they should be recognized by others concerned. Recognition means acknowledging and shows appreciation. So this is the terminology that you need to know. Then what are the examples? Few of the examples is congratulating the employee for good performance, either congratulating him when there is an entire team gathering, or displaying his name on a notice board telling that he stands number one in our team for achieving all the high percentage of performance without 0% of errors, and you're publishing that in your newsletters, or providing him with awards or with points, and there are other non-monetary benefits also that you can provide. Now this particular topic was very easy for you. I have explained each and every point in detail. Okay, so please go through the topic and please ensure that you are giving me a feedback to tell me whether you understood the topic. Any point that you have not understood, please let me know. Ask questions so that I can go ahead and I can re-explain the points for you. Okay, so thank you so much, and if you liked the presentation, please click on the like button and let me know if you have any feedback for me. So thank you so much.